It is the next day from that little B-roll sequence that I just shot. UPS was supposed to drop these off around like 4 o'clock yesterday. It ended up getting dropped off at like 11 p.m. I didn't even know UPS delivers that late, but we can get this engine timed back in the car. So I was waiting on new cam gears. If you guys know, on single AVCS cars like this, the lower cam gears are made out of plastic. Once those start to get old, if you Google like lower exhaust cam gear Subaru explode, you'll see like the plastic cam gears that have completely sheared themselves and demolished themselves. So to avoid that failure in the future for us, I went ahead and snagged some Roger Clark Motorsport aluminum lower cam gears. A lot of you guys already guessed that I was getting these. Well worth it for the price. I think these were like 260 bucks, and they're like hard aluminum. These things will not blow up, they will not get destroyed, and they look a lot better too. So since we're going with a clear timing cover on this, why not get some like exhaust cam gears that actually look really good? So first thing we need to do this morning, get all of our cam gears put onto our cams, get the engine timed, and then we can drop it in the car. I'm not gonna put the outside covers on until it's in the car because I don't want to damage them. Because with how the motor swings whenever I go to put it in the car, sometimes the timing cover does smack into the front core support. So, let's go ahead and get some cam gears on, get this thing timed up. How am I gonna hold these? Normally I use the Company 23 tool, so this will be, I'm probably gonna have Matt help me time this thing. Roger Clark Motorsport is the Gucci of Subaru. I'm like super paranoid because of last time, and I don't want to make the same mistake where I demolished a cam gear. Or keyway is like right there. We're only going to 70, so it shouldn't be that bad. Look at that, torque down. Look at that. See how easy that was, torque down? See how easy that was? Why are these bags so hard to open?
There's all the little marks lined up. Can't really pick it up.
That's true.
Fantastic.
Cocksucker. Yeah. And then I'm gonna need a 14. Is there a 14 over there?
Yeah.
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 Oh god. Oh god. This side just came off now.
Okay, well I'm holding the sprung side that's bullshit, so you're welcome.
Thanks, man. I feel like a monkey coconut right now. 1, 2, 3. Probably take the spark plugs out.
Yeah.
Probably take the spark plugs out. Hey, at least we know it's got like compression. Got some stiff boy compression. Oh yeah, daddy. Bro, that's some Gucci ass shit. That is Gucci! I like it. Clear timing covers for the wing, dude. Hey, we have an engine that's ready to go back in the car! Look at this! Look at that! Look at that fancy stuff right there. Look at those cam gears. Look at that timing belt. Look at those timing belt idlers and pulleys and whatnot. And woohoo! This is nice. So we've got the timing belt guide put back on. I just use, like, we used a piece of mail to get the spacing right. There is a tool for that. I'll link it down below. I don't use the tool. I just use like a piece of mail or some paper, anything to just get a gap in between the belt and the guide right there. But this thing's ready to go back in the car. So let's break out our ACT clutch in there. Let's get the engine hoist over here. Let's get it hoisted up onto this boy, get it spinning freely. We'll set it down on the ground and then get it back in its home. Oh, but before we get it back in its home, I have to take out the AOS because I was kind of mocking it up in there just to kind of see how it would go. So let me get that out of there, and then we'll do this. So I just realized I can't actually get the engine in the car yet because I don't have any brake clean to be able to clean my flywheel. So I need to run to the auto parts store, grab some brake clean, clean the flywheel, then I can get the flywheel put on the engine, then I can get it dropped in. But for now, I am gonna get the throwout bearing on, just so that way later I don't forget. Now, some of you guys are saying, I know some of you guys are gonna ask, hey, are you using ACT's throwout bearing? Are you using OEM? I'm using ACT's. I've personally never had an issue with ACT's throwout bearing. So I'm gonna keep rocking it. Now, it's pretty easy. You're gonna slide the throwout bearing over the input shaft, lube it all up with some moly grease, get the slide pin for the clutch fork put back in to hold it in place. Once we have the engine to transmission like bolted up, we'll push on the slave cylinder, and that's gonna engage the throwout bearing to the pressure plate. then we're pretty much good to go at that point. So let me get this thrown in, run to the auto parts store, grab some brake clean. I think we're gonna run to Subaru also because I need those timing guides for the rear timing cover, because I don't know why, if I'm paying 40 bucks for a rear timing cover, whatever the price was, you'd think it would come with the timing guide. Definitely does not. Molly grease smells like poop. That smells like butthole. Get you all greased up and on your home. Get the little leg slid over and you're back on your home. Look at that, we've done the hokey pokey. Let's get the slide pin in. Dude, my hokey pokey is not on point today. Okay, some of you guys are gonna be like, quit singing, Tanner. You quit having fun. Stop being a fun ruiner. Then rotate, baby. No, no, yep, there you go. Go back in your home. Perfect. Yas, hi, yeah, hey, yeah. Get you nice and, oh, something sounded like it broke. Let me run to Harbor Freight or the auto parts store and get some brake clean so I can put this flywheel on so we can get this thing back in its home. Woo! We have returned from the running of the errands and grabbing stuff and things. So I didn't even know Subaru made this. We had to go down to Subaru because Matt needed to grab some stuff for Mitten's engine. Subaru makes brake cleaner, so I just bought the thing of brake clean from Subaru. Like $5, something like that. I don't know. Pretty good though. Pretty good. Saved us a trip. So now we can get our flywheel cleaned off, get it bolted up onto our engine, get the clutch and the pressure plate bolted on there, and get it back in its home. I want to see what it looks like with the AMS intake manifold on it in the engine bay and the AOS on there and all the other accessories, because I want to see what Karma version 4.20. Is this version 420?
I guess it would be.
So let's get this engine pulled off this engine stand. Hiya, Jackie. Oh yeah, look at all that crap. I'll clean it again before I throw it on the engine, but you guys can see all the schmoo coming off of it. All the schmoo. Look at you, ready to go in your new home. You have served another car very well, new Karma engine, but it's time for you to do great things. You're gonna do great. So our pressure plate is all bolted up to our flywheel. Flywheel's bolted up to the crank. This thing is ready to go in at this point. If you guys are pulling an engine, some of you guys have asked me this in the past of like, where do I hoist an engine from? I use a 4-point system because if one of these fails, it's not going to drop the engine. It may tilt and it may freak out, which I have had happen before, where threads give out. I do one off the power steering bracket up here, one off the AC bracket, and then I do the two on the top of the bell housing. I do put washers under all of these to make sure that weight is a little bit more evenly distributed, because last thing we want is one of those threads failing in this engine, just completely giving out and just bloop. Last thing I want. So let's do the battles with this. Let's get it in there. The easiest way to do this is to jack up the trans to a specific level. Once it's at that level, get the engine slid in. I have some molly grease put on the shaft of my input right there. My shaft is lubed up, ready to go. Let's get you in your new home. Start time. We'll say 2:02 because I gotta jack up the engine. I'm gonna give myself like 15-20 minutes to get this thing in. Let's get this engine in here. Let's get it in its new home. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. It's the Subaru, and it might break. This whole guy to scoot your boot. I am on top of the hood. That is not what I wanted.
Sometimes.
Okay,
Put it in here.
that guy right there. Go very slowly until I say stop.
Righty tighty or lefty?
Lefty loosey. A little more. A little more. Stop. Too much. All right, now jack it up like one pump.
Up?
Just a little bit, like half pump.
That's right. Remember, I'm the one holding the pole.
You are holding the pole. Now, in theory, by tightening this up, I should be able to suck it to each other. Suck it, Dad. Just joking, Dad, if you watch these videos. I don't think my dad watches my videos. And I've got that song stuck in my head.
Which one?
Smack my ass like a drum. Go ahead and lower it just like a hair. Whenever people watch me put their engines in and they see me do this part, they always get freaked out. Look at that, our engine's in. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Time check. I started this at 2:02 and I was like, I think I can do this in like 20 minutes. That's pretty damn close, that's 2:24. Our engine, our new engine is in its home. 20 minutes, what'd I say? Boom. Okay, so we're a little bit in the future here. I got the rest of the bell housing bolts put in between the engine transmission, so that's fully done up. I've got the clutch engaged to the throwout bearing, the clutch fork throwout bearing engaged to the actual pressure plate, and the starter. I've got that thrown back in also. I was starting to mock up the intake manifold and the AOS and whatnot, and well, it seems we've run into a problem. We've run into a little bit of a problem, Dick. Gotta get this sorted, fixed, figured out, I don't know. So here we have our beautiful AMS manifold. Now I wanted to use this AMS manifold, but I can't because the problem is the AOS location right here in the throttle body. There's literally no room between these two. The AOS used to mount up over here. This is the whole dedicated area for turbo, up pipe, down pipe stuff. So I need to get the forward facing manifold. There's one in stock and I'm trying to sell this one right now. If I can sell that one, I'm going to order the forward facing. We already have a forward facing manifold here. This one is for Matt's car though, so I can't kidnap this one. So I'm trying to get one of these ordered ASAP. We'll do the IAG alternator relocation. We'll bump the alternator over a little bit, and then we can get this sorted. It's just, even with like, it doesn't line up properly. It'll crush all the hoses on the AOS, and we want the AOS to be free flowing because some of that is gravity fed, and we don't want any of that to get, we don't want to mess up the PCV system is what I'm saying. So here we've got the forward facing manifold on it, and as you can see we have plenty of clearance behind the manifold and AOS at that point, which still leaves plenty of room for the turbo. The charge piping will just come down, wrap around, and then go down to our normal charge piping that just goes right down there. But this is what we need. That's what we have. This is what we need. So I'm trying to work that out right now to get that sorted. Once that's sorted, we can keep going. But this one will work just fine for fabrication purposes, so that way Kyle can still do all of his mock-up stuff. So it's not the end of the world. We can still continue with progress while I try to source another forward-facing AMS manifold. But for the time being, ours just won't work, so that one over there is now up for sale. So what else did I want to get done today? Is there anything else I can get done today? I don't know. Is there anything else I can get done today? I wanted to get the timing covers on, but I can't get the timing covers on because I need the timing guides that go in the corners right there. They'll be at Subaru on Tuesday for those. I wanted to get these, oh dude, you can't even see them. I wanted to get these clear timing covers on today, but that's just not going to happen because I don't have those timing guides. Oh my goodness. I mean, we made a lot of progress today regardless. The engine's in. Let me sit on it. I can get the power steering pump put back on. I think I'll throw the power steering pump back on just to get it off of the bench over there and toss it back on here, but we're making progress regardless. Oh my god, I just threw my phone on the ground. What am I doing? So with our power steering pump on, there's actually one more thing I can do today, and that's I can get the center section of the clear timing cover on with the fluid damper. So when running a fluid damper, you have to trim off this ring on the timing cover. Here's my old timing covers that I gave Matt. So as you can see, you have to cut that ring off for the fluid damper to go on all the way. So this is gonna pain me. This is going to be like terrifying because this is a very expensive timing cover and I don't want to screw it up. So I'm gonna take my time cutting this guy. Will this fit inside of there? Yes. Dope. Okay, so let me just clean this up now. Let's get the gaskets thrown on here and go try to fit this guy. So I have done everything I can do today, feasibly. I'm waiting. I'm gonna have to order the IAG alternator relocation kit for the car tonight. I'm waiting on those timing guides to come in to get the rest of the timing covers on. Once the timing covers are on, I can get the radiator put back in, the power steering system hooked fully back up instead of just having the pump on there. Hopefully in the next couple days, Kyle's gonna be able to come up here. I texted him earlier. I haven't gotten anything back from him quite yet. Ideally, I'd like to like knock this out like Monday and Tuesday just to get it done with at this point, because we have everything here that we need for fabrication. It's just doing it at this point. So hopefully he has some free time to be able to come up and knock this out for us. Anyways, dude, it looks like an entirely different car. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Like from the last version of Karma to how it is now is entirely different. I was able to sell our intake manifold back there, and I did get this one ordered. I did not get it in this finish. I got it in red because that's the one I could find in stock ready to ship. So I do have one of those coming that should be here hopefully Wednesday. I got some of the AOS lines hooked up down there. I'll like cover how I'm hooking all these lines up after I get it all figured out. I might have to snag new coolant lines, or I could just run an extension from the coolant lines to where I need them to go. Just because remember, we don't have an expansion tank anymore. We're not running coolant through the turbo. So the AOS is gonna hook directly up to this line here coming off the water pump, and then tie back into this line here that goes back down into the block. I'm probably gonna pull off this stock line here and just put our new line directly on that hard line down there. It just makes a little bit more sense to do it that way. But anyways, look at that, dude. Entirely different from how it was before. So once the rest of the parts come in, those new timing guides for the rear timing covers, we can get all the timing covers on, then we can do radiator timing covers, and then fabrication stuff. We're making progress. We are making progress. It's just taking a little bit of time. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys on this one. I'm excited. Karma 2.420, whatever you want to call it, is coming along nicely. She's getting there. It's gonna be an entirely different car when it's done. So if you guys like the video, you know what to do. Go ahead, hit that like button, turn it black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver, cyan, whatever color it turns for you. Color of the day, silver for that intake manifold right there. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you want to be, hit your boy up one of these corners. No idea which one I'll put it in quite yet, but I'm sure you want to see this car go to the dyno with the rotated setup. And, well, we're gonna have to break it in before it goes to the dyno, but we'll figure it out. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys on this one, so I will catch you in the next one. Peace out, homies. Woo!